podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.
Aloha and welcome to another episode of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now sports podcast. We are coming to you from the HNN Digital Center. I am Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner. Another week, but it's been a week.
It's been a week. Lots going on, guys.
Lots going on in the
afternoon.
Late afternoon.
Yes, this is
after
usually
a full
it's been
day.
Mornings.
Yeah.
But now the ends of the workday.
I don't feel like we have any more energy, but we will try.
We will chug along for sure. There's just been so much. It hasn't felt like a week worth of news. It felt like months worth of news.
I know.
But I think we should start on a positive note here.
Okay.
The Rainbow Warriors football team getting a dub over Northern Iowa this past Saturday night. There it is. You got the Minnesota Vikings looking you and I looking
LSU Tigers.
LSU Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers and the Rainbow Warriors right there. They get a 36-7 win over the Panthers. And I mean, I think me and Cienna were both at the game. It was a refreshing type of experience, refreshing night.
It was. And just to see the offense rolling on all cylinders, it was very much run and shoot is what it would, as the kids say, giving. It's giving run and shoot.
As the kids say.
As if I'm not a kid myself. Anyway, it was very refreshing to see, all these guys getting involved, especially the wide receiver crew. I mean, Shager was getting all of them involved. Senecal 2 touchdowns. Pafele Ashlock got involved. We saw a Jonah Pinoke touchdown earlier. And then, of course, Landon Sims ran one in himself and also threw one in,
with that extra point.
His arm
creativity.
there. So that was pretty awesome. And to see just their offense, just having fun out there more than anything. And I know it's kind of hard to compare to a team like Northern Iowa, but it was a good time.
It was a good time.
It's like a morale boost, too, I think, for the
Definitely.
team, too. I mean, they've had struggles so far this season, and it's kind of good to see. I mean, especially Braden having quite a game, 35 for 43, 374 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Turnover battle still hasn't been in Braden's favor.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's had an interception in every game, but still a great turnout for him. He actually is ranked 18th in the nation now for passing yards. He has 1,056. Shout out to Pafele Ashlock, 10 receptions, 74 yards, 1 touchdown during the game. He is also, just like Braden, ranked 18th in the nation for receiving yards with 351 and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
So that duo that has been killing it all season long continues to do well. And, I mean, this is just the start of what we'll see.
We'll hopefully
see to come.
They start conference play after this bye week that they have this week. So no games tomorrow, but next week they play San Diego State.
Yep.
And then it doesn't get any easier with Boise State at home after that. So tough sledding going forward, but I think this was a good win for them to have to kind of show themselves and obviously other teams that this is what we can do.
Right.
If we are flying at as best as we can, this is our ceiling, like how high we can go. So it was good, and defense did their job for the most part. I mean, again, it's kind of hard to judge against UNI. They didn't really get much going, but, defense, offense, special teams, hats off to them. Great play calling, so no notes here from Miss Cienna Pilotin.
I was to Sienna's point, you got to give a shout out to the defense, only allowing 1 score throughout the entire night. And I think, again, an FCS team, but this is an FCS team that loves to run the ball and loves to control the clock and own the time of possession battle, which UH won this game. And even, admittedly going into this game, Timmy Chang was talking about, we're probably not going to win the time of possession battle, but they flipped that over. They got majority of the time of possession, and the defense was able to make stops. They did have a little bit of shakiness there at the end of that first half to allow UNI to get to into the red zone to score. But from then on, I mean, they shut them out, and they created turnovers. They got things rolling, and again, just a good barometer and something to look for, like, kind of look up to going into a bye week to rest. And then, the Mountain West schedule is not easy for the Bows this year.
Well, we will have to wait and see. And quick little highlight. We wanted to highlight this team. It was a great win overall. It didn't really seem like too much of a challenge for UH, but you guys are right. It is fun to see what this team is capable of if they put all their elements together.
Yeah.
And speaking about things coming together, we got to talk about the biggest news this week. Guys, Pac-12, Mountain West, Utah State
Drama.
moving. What is going on? Kyle, we did this earlier in the sports update.
Yeah.
This has taken over your life. Just go for it.
Just take over.
Take over.
It's kind of consumed the headlines this entire week, and all of you guys have seen. Obviously, a couple weeks ago, it was announced that 4 teams from the Mountain West were leaving for the Pac-12 in 2026. That original 4 was Boise State, San Diego State, Fresno State, and Colorado State. And that kind of left a big cloud around the Mountain West as to what they would do next. A lot of talks of UNLV moving or San Jose. Like, they didn't know who was going to go, who was going to stay. You find out this week Utah State would be the 5th team leaving the conference. And, I mean, like Cienna said, just so much drama. Yeah. And, like, the other day with the third-party group trying to get UH into the Pac-12 with Mayor Rick Blangiardi attached to that. But Thursday, the remaining Mountain West schools, including Hawaii, signed an agreement committing themselves to the league. That starts in 2026 all the way to 2032. So that solidifies those initial 7 teams with Hawaii as a football-only affiliate till then. And I think for Hawaii fans, it's a little bit of a sigh of relief that they wouldn't kind of get left behind kind of when the WAC was dissolving back in the day, to find the Mountain West and all that. So they have a home, and man, oh man, was this just kind of a lot to take in the last 24, 48 hours.
I know, it was happening so quickly, too. It's just like things being like sources, and then it's like confirmed, and then in comes like the Pac-12, and then Mountain West is like, no. Like, it was just so crazy how quick it happened.
And yeah, we talked to Craig Angelis yesterday, the UH athletics director, and to his credit, he was very open about what was going on over the last couple days. He said that from like Wednesday through Thursday, he was having pretty serious conversations with the Pac-12 conference to see what they had, like what kind of value UH would bring to the Pac-12 conference. And ultimately, they didn't extend an invite to UH, so they signed the agreement with the Mountain West to stay there. He discussed kind of the scenarios of what if we go independent and the struggles with that financially and all that. So very transparent, very open to kind of the possibilities of everything. And we got a little bit of a clearer picture as to what was going on behind the scenes to ultimately get to this point where both teams or both leagues have 7 teams. Now both leagues have to start kind of going elsewhere to find some teams to add to their league just to get to that 8 required to be an FBS conference.
Yeah, both the Mountain West and also the Pac-12 both need that one extra team in order to be recognized.
Oh, I'm like, who will it be?
I know. Well, it's crazy. I mean, it's funny how like politicians are now kind of getting involved in this. I know I was looking online. Sacramento State has been a big one for the Pac-12, and they had like a press conference earlier with politicians trying to, emphasize the importance of having the team move to the Pac-12. So
right.
it's such an interesting like dynamic these days of these conferences. And I honestly thought the Pac-12 was just gonna go away.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
Pac-2
But
for the
they're
longest
not.
time.
They're not
But
going
here they
away.
are.
And credit to them because it's such a big deal for depending on what conference you're in. And the media rights deals, and then TV rights deals, and then that comes with NIL. And so this is a really big deal for schools to figure out where they're going to be playing, who they're going to be playing, and just getting that stability. Because like you said, the Pac-12, we all thought it was going to die, but in their eyes, they're like, we can't die. Like, they cannot. And they did the complete opposite and did a whole 180 and took all these Mountain West schools, which, credit to them, they're just doing their job. And for those Mountain West schools that left, comes with more money. Like, you can't hate the player. You hate the game.
Exactly.
Right?
It's just business.
It's just business.
Just business. But
I still think it's so funny too when you go on, and I told Kyle earlier, like you go onto Twitter, onto the Pac-12 Twitter.
Yeah.
Pac-12 Twitter, and like the main logos on the Twitter handle like are both Washington State and Oregon State.
Never get over their media day being two mascots.
Like on a stage.
Stay
in a
loyal.
Just sitting on a
The
couch,
Royals.
like, you can ask us anything. They're like, where's the 10 others?
What's going on?
What's going on?
And yeah, it's like, I don't know. Craig Angeles made a great point too. It really is about, setting up your program for a better financial future and things like that. Where, in a scenario where would you rather be the top contender in your conference or just be a middle tier team in a big conference, but you get that check? That's kind of the way college sports and college athletics is being maneuvered right now, and it's interesting to see. I mean, I don't want to say anything negatively about the Washington Huskies, but they're playing Rutgers right now,
and they're losing.
They are
right
losing.
It doesn't look. But don't tell John Suyat that.
No.
We didn't say anything.
Go Huskies.
Don't
I'm
say
still a
John.
loyal Husky.
Don't tell Mel
Go Huskies. But you're right. I mean, you ditch your conference and you. But also too, it's different. Like the team they had last year is obviously not the team they have this year.
Absolutely.
But so when they left, they made the right decision at the time. And I don't think that they would ever undo that. I don't think they think it's a mistake, but it just goes to show that you don't know.
You don't know.
You never know.
We'll have to wait and see. And speaking of waiting and seeing, we'd have to wait and see on what's going to happen to Shohei's Ohtani's baseball. Now, I have you guys seen the video of the fan catching his 50-50 ball?
Yeah.
I think everyone has seen that video of the chaos of everyone diving for the ball. Well, that ball is now up for auction, and it's going for a ridiculous price. Playing the B-roll right now. Well, bidding has started at $500,000 right now for it, but that's not the best part, guys. Let me just look at the notes. So bidding is starting at $500,000. However, someone can buy the baseball outright, privately, for $4.5 million.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
So if you have $4.5 million and you are a Shohei fan, you can buy that baseball right now.
I have one of those two things that you just mentioned.
Fandom?
No, Kyle, I have $4 million. I mean, yeah, the thing is, like, I would, for that much money, I would hope it'd be signed.
Right.
Like, to me, this is just a ball. Like, I could go to Target right now and buy a ball. Like,
scuff it up a little bit.
Yeah, like, kind of roll her down Kalihi Street and see what
down Kalihi Street.
see what happens then, but it don't mean nothing if Shohei don't sign it.
Right.
Well, part of me is thinking, too, $4.5 million, you think he's trying to get the Dodgers to buy it from him, or even Shohei himself? Like,
maybe they want
maybe.
Shohei to buy it.
I bet he wants Shohei to buy it.
Either that or the organization. You're right, Davis.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, you would, if you're Shohei, you'd want that ball, I would assume.
Yeah.
So they're like, let me raise this price because the Dodgers got money.
Yeah. Or even like just the MLB in general. They want it in their Hall of Fame.
Sure, yeah.
But like, let me just jack this up real quick, and then this will be for me, or for like, I'm gonna get that bag type stuff. I don't know. I mean, we could literally just go buy a baseball, roll around in dirt. We're gonna put it in a case and put it on the set right here.
Guys, we have
Next
the
episode,
ball.
We have
got
it. We bought it,
got it.
everyone.
We all
Roll
pulled
around.
together here, all the Dodgers fans in the office.
All 4 of us.
Who is the Dodgers fan? It's you, Bryce,
Daniel Nunez.
Daniel Nunez.
So there's a difference
Oh.
between a Dodgers
That's
fan
true.
and a
Shohei
Shohei
fan.
fan who
That's okay.
just watches. Because, like, I mean, we've been Dodgers fans. Like, we've seen the roughness. And then there's the people who just dropped on now, which, hey, all is welcome. But they're not technically Dodgers fans.
Yeah.
Because if Shohei were to leave, go somewhere else, they'd follow him.
That's true. That's very true.
I have to say, see, that's kind of crazy how like both of the teams that you like have
Are
like
really good.
drawn it. Well,
They're really
I won't
good.
lie.
They're really
They're
good.
both
I'm not a
very
bandwagon,
good.
but-
They're both very good. But like all this attention has gone
I
to
know.
each of them recently. Like Shohei Dodgers,
Yep.
Taylor Swift, Kelsey romance
I know.
to the Chiefs.
Romance.
The romance.
You know, I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of liked it when my teams were under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's kind of hard to say that the Dodgers were ever under the radar just because
Sure.
they're the Dodgers,
Yeah.
and same
Mm-hmm.
with my Lakers. But the Chiefs especially were the team that I just loved being. This is all before Patrick Mahomes and Travis
Mm-hmm.
Kelce, when they were just like, you'd tell someone you're a Chiefs fan and they're like, really? Like, why? This is like way back in the day.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed that part of it. Now, obviously, it's a dynasty. It's so much attention, like back-to-back Super Bowls. So you say you're a Chiefs fan and everyone thinks that you're a bandwagon.
And that's just not the
That's
truth.
not
That's
the
just
truth.
not the truth. But you're right. I don't know what's happened recently, but all my teams are just
Yeah.
Headlines.
headlines in
Headlines.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. I mean, yeah, when you start adding Grammys to the Super Bowl trophy conversation, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I think we just need them to break up. I know. I think.
Whoa. Period.
first alert.
First alert.
First alert
No,
breakup.
That's the
this
first
is just
alert.
like random, but I did see that they're making a Hallmark movie.
Please.
No,
Oh,
I'm not
wait.
even lying.
Oh, no
I
way.
literally sent Lynn Kawano in our family group chat the sorry, you guys are gonna have to someone's gonna have to insert this. But like this
No.
is the poster. It's an actual like
Wow.
like
What
they're
is it
doing
called?
Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. Don't fumble the perfect catch.
You're lying.
But that's why I'm like, okay, sorry to go on a tangent.
my
I know we're
God.
trying to make
Go,
this
go,
quick.
go, go.
But
Yeah.
like, who is Mahomes gonna be in it? Like, or who's playing Mahomes? Is Jackson Mahomes playing Patrick Mahomes?
Is Dylan Raiola playing Patrick Mahomes?
Like, I'm
Music
just
by Jason
confused.
Kelsey? Like-
Now that I could get behind.
Right?
Now that is a good idea.
It's a Christmas movie.
But I'm
Use
It's
it.
a Christmas
how
movie,
much
the Christmas
are they making
album.
this like based on Taylor and Travis,
mm-hmm.
and then versus like actually being Taylor and
true.
Travis? Like, are they letting you shoot in Arrowhead Stadium?
I just love, like when certain movies are about like actual like sports teams or something,
Mm-hmm.
but the sports team or the league doesn't let you use
Yes.
like
Yeah,
their jersey.
yeah.
So
Yes, they're
Travis
shooting
is
at
gonna-
like Farrington
Yeah,
High School.
yes,
Like,
exactly. And they're like, "Welcome to Arrowhead," and it's a high school
No,
field.
it literally is. They're like, this is the loudest stadium in the world. Like, okay.
And there's
All
like
right.
10 actual people.
There's not even like seats, it's just benches. Like that. But that's when the trailer comes out, we'll all have to watch it together.
We will,
You'll get
yeah.
our live reaction.
Full review, yeah.
And then we'll watch the movie. But I'm very excited because I just am thinking this is gonna be like a clown show.
I think it's
Like it's gonna be funny.
it's gonna be corny.
Corny.
It's so smart because everyone's going to watch it. You have all the Swifties that, of course, are going to want to watch it.
It must-
So,
1,000%. And
must
then
have-
the Chiefs fans like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Like, is
yeah.
Andy Reid in this? Or
great
is that,
marketing.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, the guy
Look-alike
from
Andy
no, the
Reid.
guy from Modern Family is gonna be Andy Reid.
Oh, Eric Stone.
Eric Stone
Oh.
Street. That's
You're
who it
right.
is. We've already cast
True.
this movie. Like,
it's happened.
but like also the picture you showed me, both actors look
Don't
nothing
look
like
They look
anyone.
nothing like-
Disrespectful.
Anyone.
That's disrespectful for every party involved. Like, you think that girl's Taylor Swift? No offense to that girl, and then no offense to that guy, but you are not Travis. I guarantee you he's also like 5'9". Like
Yeah.
Travis
Yeah.
Kelce is like 6'7".
Exactly. And
also, sorry to keep
no,
going.
keep going.
This is good.
I love this.
Those routes they're about to be running.
Oh my
comedy.
Oh man.
What's that?
It's like gonna be all American.
Yes.
Maybe, like,
Yes, I was just thinking All American.
Or that one clip of that one actor.
in the duff.
Yeah, in the
They
duff.
just throw like, it's giving that Conor McGregor
Yes,
like
yes.
just a Hollywood actor playing a football player.
Mm-hmm.
Gold every time.
It's gonna be so funny, like when they don't get the rights to the Chiefs and they can't say Chiefs. You have
Right.
to be like, yeah, you play for the Kansas City football team.
Kansas City football team. I wonder if they'll show like them winning the Super Bowl in Allegiant Stadium, but it won't be Allegiant Stadium.
And they can't call it the Super
sounds
Bowl.
Can't call it the
It's
Super Bowl.
Like, yeah, this was shot on location in Vegas.
It's like 99 degrees out in Vegas. They're like, yeah, sure, this is Super Bowl. We can't get Usher, but who's looking
We
a
have
little
a
Usher?
pretend Usher. Please. No, that's so funny. What other? That's actually a pretty funny question now that I'm thinking about
is.
it.
I'm not a big fan of sports
Which one?
movies.
Yeah, what other like sports like Hallmark movie do you want to see? Like a cheap. I'm not saying this budget was small, but I'm assuming the budget was
Small.
not Oppenheimer. Just what sports movie do you think would be funny, Davis?
See, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the plot line, but I want something with the Manning brothers. Not gonna lie.
The whole family would be
The whole
great.
family?
Yeah.
You're
Oh
right.
man, the whole family would be awesome, especially
The
with
Manning
Archie.
brothers.
But that's
Yeah,
when, like,
put
I
Archie
feel
in.
like if you're Hallmark, you gotta get some like former football players in it, like just to be in
True.
it. You know, like I'm sure if you hit up the Mannings, maybe like Tony Romo, like just throw in
sure-
random.
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Former chief. I'm sure Alex
Alex
Smith
Smith.
would
Alex
have nothing
Smith
to do.
would.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he'll chill. Like
Show
yeah.
his like injury reenacted. I'm sure.
Please. That would be a sick joke. The Alex Smith
The
Hallmark
Alex
movie.
Smith oh my god.
The sickest joke is him also then being in Washington.
Yes, exactly. That is a sick joke. Playing at FedEx Field
Yeah.
Playing at
is a
FedEx.
sick joke.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Mannings, this is actually a real thing that I saw on Twitter that they're making a Hulu show. Do you guys remember when Eli Manning put on a disguise and
Yes.
tried out at Penn
Yep.
State?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
They are making a Chad Powers television show with Glenn Powell playing Chad Powers.
No
Wait, so
way.
what's the point of it?
So it's like they expanded the thing where it's like this is an actual college star who burnt out, and then he still has like years of eligibility. So later on, he
Oh.
disguises himself and becomes Chad Powers to play college football again. Which again, very very loose plot from a
I don't know. how
from a
good that would be.
15-minute undercover
I
skit
do
that Eli
love
did.
that Eli clip though, and I know
Yes.
Jared Goff did
That
the
is-
same thing. I just
Yeah,
love
yeah.
having like they come on in awkward looking and then they just start dicing it.
Exactly.
Aren't you a little suspicious as a player to have all these cameras surrounding like
I'm like, how do you not know? Because also,
Yeah.
especially for like Jared Goff, he's like 6'6". So
Exactly.
like, like, you're like, okay, like you're pretending like you're just a walk-on guy. The walk-on guys are
Yeah.
like 5'9", like.
And it's just like you can tell that they put like a fake nose on Eli and all
Yes,
that.
you can see,
they
like-
literally just
Yeah.
put a wig on Jared Goff.
just a wig.
And it's
Show
just
him like walking up like this.
hey, fellow children, like, hey, fellow youth, like,
Oh,
dog,
you.
you're 29 in the league.
Yeah, it's giving
Yeah, yeah.
21 Jump Street.
20
it's not gonna
21
work.
Jump Street.
Exactly. Well, that episode kind of some
Sorry.
twists and turns.
There
No,
were twists and
I love
turns.
it though. I love it
That was the
when we
best
Getting
ending.
on little rants.
It's
Hey,
all
that,
good.
that poster just came out. We had to show you guys.
And when the movie
Sure.
comes out, we will give our full review.
Full review. Yeah.
Courtesy content.
Maybe a little reaction. You know how to do reaction videos?
Like we're those
Yeah.
YouTubers.
Yes.
And we
Yep.
watch videos.
Absolutely.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
But that speaking of like, comment, and subscribing, you can do all that and still listen to our episodes. You can check this one out or the older ones on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get the rest of our HNN podcast. The video version on our YouTube channel. We'll put the QR code up right now, just like we're gonna put up the blow up picture of the Chiefs poster,
Yep.
movie poster. Got to.
You
You guys
have
have
to.
to see it.
You have to.
But For Davis, Cienna, I'm Kyle Chinen. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Aloha.
This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.